Venmo and Cash App have taken over the world of peer-to-peer payment apps. And honestly, I don't know what I'd do without platforms like them since they allow me to send and receive money right from my smartphone. But both of these platforms now do way more than that, offering debit cards and banking platforms among other things. Also, a quick heads up, if you haven't signed up for Cash App yet, you can use my link down below and we'll both get $5. Now the question is, which of these two platforms is better? Well, I'm going to help you answer that question by telling you about my experiences with both services, and to follow that up with a final verdict as to which of the two platforms comes out on top. So without any further wait, let's get into it. Starting things off, let me talk about their fees. Obviously, linking your own bank account or debit card is free, and that gives you the ability to send and receive funds pretty quickly and easily. And they both have the same 3% fee if you want to send money using a credit card, which makes sense since they have to pay an interchange fee on their end if you do that. So for a credit card, I wouldn't really recommend it. Both platforms also have ATM fees around $2.50, but Venmo does have a network of in-network ATMs that are free to use, like MoneyPass, allowing you to withdraw money for completely free using your Venmo MasterCard, which we'll talk more about later in the video. Again though, I would really recommend using these products to withdraw cash at an ATM because that's not really what they're made for. But the fees that you're probably more familiar with would be the instant transfer fees. This is a feature offered by both tools that allow you to instantly move money from your Cash App or Venmo balance directly into your linked bank account in exchange for a small fee of 1.5%. Cash App's instant transfer fee can range slightly depending on a few variables, but in my experience, it's usually around that 1.5% mark. But honestly, I very rarely use the instant transfer feature anyways, because even though a lot of them say it'll take 1 to 3 business days for that transfer to happen, with the free transfer, it usually shows up within 1 business day anyways, making the instant transfer tool a complete waste of money unless you're really needing those funds immediately. Both Venmo and Cash App have also wisely gotten into the crypto space, but both platforms charge a fee of around 2% per transaction. So again, just not really worth it for the time being. When it comes to fees, both platforms are identical, so I'm giving them both a 4 out of 5 in this round. Now that we've discussed pricing, let's take a look at their features. Now, both apps have their strengths and their weaknesses when it comes to their features. If we look at the transfer options, Venmo has 3 available. The first is a standard bank transfer in which you can send money to an eligible bank account for free, which takes 1 to 3 business days. Then there's an instant transfer, which allows you to send money to an eligible bank account or Visa or MasterCard debit card within 30 minutes, subject to that 1.5% fee we were talking about. And the last transfer option is a direct deposit that allows eligible users to deposit some or all of their paychecks to their Venmo account electronically. This can take 1 to 2 business days. Moving on to the payment options available with Venmo, those are as follows: credit or debit card, bank accounts, and Venmo balance. While that's a decent number of options, Venmo can only be used to send or receive US dollars, so the brand does not offer exchange rates of any kind, which honestly isn't ideal. The next thing that's probably really important is that there is a transfer limit, especially if you're using this for large transfers like I do. Your limit is going to depend on whether your account is verified or unverified. But honestly, getting your account verified requires just an email and a phone number. So I would definitely recommend taking care of that. Though if your account is unverified, then your weekly limit is $300 on Venmo, while verified Venmo users have up to $5,000 in weekly Venmo transfers. Outside of the peer-to-peer transfers and basic crypto tools that I mentioned earlier, Venmo also offers their own debit card. So you can use your Venmo balance on purchases and earn cash back at your favorite stores. Nothing too fancy here, but Venmo does take things a step further by offering their new Venmo credit card. In a nutshell, if you use it, you'll earn 3% back on your top spending category, 2% on your second highest spending category, and 1% on everything else, all for completely free, which is pretty decent. You can also instantly turn your cash back into cryptocurrencies and track your spending within the simple Venmo app. As for Cash App, 2 transfer options are available. The first of which is the standard deposit, which involves sending money to an eligible bank account for free, which takes 1 to 3 business days. The second option is the instant deposit, which involves sending money to an account or a debit card instantly, subject to that 1.5% fee we talked about. As for payment options, the following are available with Cash App: credit or debit card, bank account, Google Pay, Apple Pay, and Cash App balance. And that's a lot of options, so it made life way easier for me. And if you want your life to be easier as well, you could and should sign up for Cash App by using my link down below. And hey, we'll both get $5. Now, another great thing about Cash App is that unlike Venmo, it's now available in the UK as well as the US. So to accommodate customers who may request money from friends overseas in their country, Cash App will convert payments from United States dollars to Great British pounds based on the mid-market exchange rate at the time. And that's a huge plus for me. Now, if we look at the transfer limits for Cash App, if your account is unverified, then your weekly limit is $250. However, for fully verified accounts, Cash App doesn't set a limit. It uses variables like your account history to assess your limit. Nonetheless, I've been able to transfer tens of thousands per week once verified, without any issues, and other users have reported the same. So if you need to frequently send larger payments over $5,000, then Cash App is clearly going to be the better option. Now let's look at the additional products that Cash App offers to see how they stack up against Venmo's. With Cash App, you have the Cash App card, which essentially allows you to bank using Cash App's app. There's no monthly fees or overdraft fees. You can get paid up to 2 days earlier. Plus, you can withdraw cash at any ATM around the world and get that fee fully reimbursed if you receive at least $300 per month in direct deposits, which is a pretty awesome feature. They also have a feature called Boosts, which allow you to get exclusive discounts and cash back at places that you shop the most. And you can even invest your spare change every time you swipe your cash card into stocks and Bitcoin. Speaking of which, Cash App's dedicated investing tool allows you to buy fractional shares of your favorite companies right from their clean and easy to learn investing tool under the same Cash App app. But perhaps my favorite feature is that you can gift stocks to your friends and family and send it directly to them, just like you do with cash, which is honestly pretty awesome. An additional feature that Cash App offers is Cash App Taxes, a free tax filing service available within the app, which simplified tax season for me and many others. Venmo doesn't have any such features, so Cash App leaves it far behind in this regard. So for this round, I'll have to give the edge to Cash App with a 5 out of 5, while Venmo gets a 4, because Cash App has way more features and does the same stuff Venmo does, but even better. Finally, I'm gonna talk about my user experience on both of the platforms. The Venmo app has a fun, user-friendly navigation as it's easy to find contacts by searching their usernames or contact details, scanning their QR code, or syncing your contacts. What's more is Venmo's social media style feed allows users to see who others are sending and receiving payments to and from. Further on Venmo, you can create a standard unique username for your account and you can customize this to an extent. On top of that, advanced data encryption is employed by Venmo, and personal data is stored in a separate, secure service to ensure the protection of all financial information. There's also the option to enhance security of the app by adding a PIN code and enabling two-factor authentication. As for Cash App, their company doesn't require customers to connect to bank accounts in order to register with Cash App, which means it is easy to send and receive money using your balance. Another thing, Cash App's simple display and straightforward user interface makes it an easy app to use for peer-to-peer transactions, whether you're splitting bills or dividing up your monthly share of the rent. Moving on to usernames, Cash App automatically provides you with a generated unique hashtag username like #cashtag, which is not as customizable, but that's not really a big deal. When it comes to protecting and ensuring personal data, Cash App uses state-of-the-art encryption and fraud detection technology to ensure customers' details, and secure and two-factor authentication is also used across the app as well. The overall user experience and app layout is pretty similar across Venmo and Cash App, and since I had an equally good experience on both the platforms, I'm giving them both a 4.5 out of 5 in this round. And the winner is, drumroll please, Cash App! With a final score of 13.5, Cash App comes out on top. With a final score of 13.5 out of 15, Cash App comes out on top, purely because its features are better than Venmo's. Venmo finished with a score of 12.5, so it just barely got beat out. They had a good chance of at least tying it, but their features need to improve a little more for that to happen. Otherwise, it was neck and neck between these two platforms. Now, since Cash App came out on top, you might as well try it and sign up for the app down below using my link, and hey, we'll both get $5. So there you have it. Will you give either of these platforms a try? I'd love to know your guys' experience if you do, but that's all I have. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.